Hi, thank you for the introduction, Luz. My name is Bakalao and I will present you the song Creatures. They say safety first, stay safe, stay healthy. They say protect our women, our children, our country. They say secure the borders, secure middle class. They say stop the protests from reaching the power plant. The police will manage it not. We have paid security guards. Where is the repellent? I have to protect myself from mosquitoes and ticks. Or they enter my body, destroy my skin, make me sick. But we are consuming each other, and in the end our bodies will be recycled by this ruin, like fungi, worms, or other microorganisms. We are dependent on billions of them living in our body. There are equal number of bacteria and fungi as endogenous cells. Endogenous means body zone. They protect us and also consume us because we are the hosts. Nature is organized in cycles from which we have to stretch ourselves. We don't give back our waste products into the soil. We prefer to pollute drinking water with feces and oil. Feces means excrements for those who don't know. To explain technical terms, I will even break my flow. If our shit isn't dealt with in an eco-friendly way, like fermentation or other types of composting, disease-causing microbes from our gut and pollutant will infect our kin and disturb the ecosystem. They are our kin because we are monsters too. Critters on this planet who shouldn't use the vacuum, yellow and black water separation too. Because if we don't use our pH, because if we don't use our own pee and shit as fertilizer, minerals slowly extracted in other parts of the world. Climate justice now. Security is an illusion. Solidarity is the only solution. I unify my voice with the tiny creatures in this song. They are my feature. Bees and wasps, spiders and mice, bugs and flies, ants and flies. Don't imagine yourself not to be part of our ecosystem that you exploit. If we kill so-called vermin in the end, also our habitat will be destroyed. In the beginning, modern slaves and technology can prevent a few from starvation. But in the end, resource exhaustion is real. No greenwash capitalism will help, and not your Green New Deal. Climate justice now. Climate justice now. Hi, this is me from SME Life Hacks. Nice to meet you. And thank you, Bakalao, for this amazing song. I love how you explain the difficult words in the same breath that you explain the processes. I mean, it's all pretty simplified. It's a rap song, I think. But I get it. But of course, it's not only the wastewater system that is problematic for our biodiverse family. It is also industrial agriculture and pesticides, as well as the energy system based on oil and coal resources and overproduction that make the climate change. And the problems are structural. And who profits are mostly white human beings. So we have to change the structures and relocate who benefits, and that should be everyone. Every species should benefit from the other, not in an individual way, but in a structural way. Let's go back to symbiotic co-living and respect to each other. But I guess it's not that easy to unlearn human-focused behavior. We think, kollektiv unproduktiv, it might be a start to do that if we take time to see things from another creature's perspective. dress yourself as another and learn about, for example, an insect's needs and skills while creating the imitation of one as a costume for yourself with the waste material from around your life. Then go to the street and find other creatures to protest with. And because this is me from SME Life Hacks, I wanted to show you a very easy life hack that I invented in 2018, the pantyclaver. It's basically just underwear with some holes in the butt part and some things here to wrap it around your head. Because protecting yourself from state repression is a #1 rule in the struggle for climate justice. A mask that hides your identity as an individual but sets an eye on those who you want to be identified with and who you want to fight for. This isn't fulfilled by the pantyclaver alone. So I tried to experiment with other types of masks that, additionally to reminding someone of insects, in this case, also has the second protection layer that a mask can have, protecting your eyes from tear gas and maybe other violent impacts on your head. This isn't entirely reached, but it was literally a life hack. So it's just to start a protest. So it is just to start a process. Now I will show these experiments to you in a time lapse and read some thoughts and reminders about the incorporation of another critter. After that, Suna will also say some general stuff about our diploma plans. Remember that you are a creature. Remind yourself that the insect is your kin, even if it is far. Be aware that you live because of others and that you depend on other critters. Remember that you mostly benefit from the exploitation of ecosystems. Have in mind that some creatures also depend on you. Don't forget that the unequal relationship between human and nature has developed in millennials and is a system that is not unchangeable. And that still, you are one of nature's monsters too. You are a mammal. Remember that nature is queer. Be aware that you cannot speak for the bacteria or the bird. But you can still pick sides with them and be empathetic. You can be an ally. Don't glorify nature. Ecosystems and their inhabitants are neither bad nor good. It isn't necessary to protect microbes that harm humans from extinction. We don't have to co-live with the virus. But also, don't kill just because you can or because you are scared. And last, you cannot save the planet on your own. You must communicate with your kin to change structures and maybe regain balance. Human-made climate change and mass extinction is real, but the world will not stop existing after humanity does.
Suna, just letting you know that you are in mute, so if you're saying something we cannot hear.
Thank you, I didn't know. I have to, like, this is in the way of, I don't know. I want to relocate this. Ah, yeah, now I have it. Okay, here I am. Yeah. Oh, is this? No. My name is Suna. My pronouns are she, her. I am also a member of kollektiv unproduktiv, and I will just shortly conclude a little what's happened. And I also wanted to say thank you to SME and bakalao for those, yeah, for working with me, actually. So the thoughts and informations bakalao and SME dealt with in our abstractions of memories from reading one very, very complicated language using chapter from Donna Haraway's book, Staying with the Trouble, Making Kin in the Catholicism, that I read last year in the Convivial Dreams seminar by Alex Toland and Beate Körner. So it is probably a bit messed up, and also, yeah, it's translated in other techniques, right? So indirectly, through our love to perform and to put on costumes, we got the idea that it could be a good way to stay with the trouble and to make kin through the creation of DIY costume instructions. These thoughts also go together with thoughts about techniques and concepts of security, safety, and protection that are supposed to keep us away from the precariousness of life. Here are some sketches. Yeah, and with the cyborg theory that speaks about the blurring of borders between human, animal, and machines, we suggest to look on techniques of community care or security protection techniques in the realms of other species, which could be camouflage in the masses, security through diversity of patterns instead of the black bloc strategy that protests nowadays often have, or the deterrence by size or movements. And secondly, it would be possible to hide protection gear under the mask of art freedom, like foam padding and hard shells and armoring and the appearance of a roach. And yeah, those would otherwise be forbidden to wear in protests, at least here in Germany. Yeah, and then I have some questions that stay. So like, how does the use of camouflaging with an, e.g. insect costume influence the agency of the protest? Does it change it? Does it strengthen it or weaken it because we're like not seen as humans? And also, is the concept of cultural appropriation and structural discrimination translatable, applicable on the exploitation of so-called nature, aka the planet? And also, is it possible to trick surveillance techniques with this? Yeah. And then also a reminder, activism isn't only on the streets, it can start way earlier. But yeah, just to say that once. Yeah, thank you very much to have me here, and I'm very happy to answer some questions maybe later. Thanks.